You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life.
Oh, I thought they were Smarties.
Are they? No, sweet tarts.
What's the difference? They're just sweeter than a Smartie?
I think the sweet tart Smartie is a little more hard. I feel like the Smarties were easier to eat, to chew them.
And they have no taste. They're like chewing on like a knuckle bone.
No, I didn't mind Smarties, but they were very, very tart. They were tart in a specific. They were a little bitter almost.
Well, it's not surprising to me that a candy the consistency
bitter.
of a Tums is appealing to you.
Well, yeah, I'm a bland person. These are sweet, though, and tart.
Ah.
You see.
Interesting.
Hence the name.
I like that, and we have our title.
I'm just going to suck on this one. I'm sure that's nothing. I won't give you any ideas. We're a little louder this week, you might notice. Maybe not.
All these fucking people do is complain.
We are a lot louder this week.
And you know what?
We turned up.
Oh, we get turned up.
So we'll try to get a little quieter and, then explode, and you'll see. Oh, you'll fucking see.
That's the thing, is we're not going to intentionally try to be fuckheads and scream into the microphone, but it's going to happen.
Probably
Happens once an episode. Mm-hmm. One of us is going to cackle into this microphone at some point, and then everyone's dead, and you'll be begging us to turn it down next week.
Yeah. Do you like the clarity? Do you?
Like the writing's on the fucking wall. You guys too stupid to see it or what? Come on, guys. You want to do some hot celebrity goss? Because I got a question for you.
Hot goss?
Hot goss.
Hot.
I'm a messy bitch who loves drama.
All right, what?
I want you to offer your opinion on this. I'm assuming you know about as much as I know about it, which is very little to nothing.
Okay.
I can
give just wild speculation.
Wild speculation.
Ooh, I like it.
So, Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde used to be married.
Yes.
They have children together.
Yes.
She's doing a Q&A for her new movie, which is apparently about her fucking Harry Styles in a simulation. Again, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I just know that they're in some kind of dystopia love story.
Here's the thing. I know nothing about the plot of this movie, and I don't want to know, because it's one of those things where all of the shit that's going on behind the scenes just confuses the piss out of me. Everything they're like, who was it? Chris Pine's in it too, isn't he?
I don't know.
I just seen something where it was like, did Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine's lap? And then you see the video and you go, oh my God, Harry Styles might have spit on Chris Pine's lap. What's that about?
It's probably some weird sex dungeon.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's just like a camera, but it looks like Chris Pine just stops clapping for a moment and then just kind of keeps going. Like, I don't know. It's a weird video. Look it up. Find it.
I don't know what kind of prevert content Olivia Wilde's making.
Shia LaBeouf was in it, correct? And he walked away from the filming. This is Olivia Wilde's directorial thing, correct? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, this movie she just directed.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf, I think, was involved with the project. He might have walked away from it. There's controversy as to who did what. It's making them both seem a little erratic. I mean, Shia LaBeouf always seemed pretty erratic. He's got a lot of shit, a lot of allegations against him.
What I heard is that on the set, he couldn't stop eating mice. And Olivia Wilde insisted she was Olivia Munn and gaslit everybody into it.
I think he walked away from it, but it's all a big fucking mess. It's one of those things where it's like there's texts or messages or I don't know. It's funny to look at from the outside because you're like, Jesus Christ, what happened to you people?
Well, that's all the boring background stuff.
You got more?
Who gives a shit about celebrities acting poorly? Spoiler alert, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
So there's nothing new there. But what I love petty people. Mm-hmm. I love a petty little pig person.
Well, it's funny because you watch people melt down.
What's that?
It's fun to watch people melt down.
Oh, and it's just great to see, like, everybody twists the knife in their own special way, right? Can't be helped. It's very rare that you get, like, a divorce that isn't totally acrimonious. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got divorced and we stay friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Not often.
It's
I would say probably fairly rare.
It's a fairly rare phenomenon, and Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde are no exception, because apparently while she was doing a Q&A, some duder walked on the stage and was like, Olivia Wilde? And she's like, yeah, dude, you've been served.
Divorce papers?
Divorce papers. Actually, I think it was a custody filing for their children.
Man.
He wants sole custody.
Well, I kind of get it. Seems poor Jason Sudeikis. I don't know how it went. I don't know how it went down. I'm sure they both had really busy schedules, but like, it's hard to say. I just feel like I feel like he's pretty hurt, especially if divorce papers were served then. I feel like she cheated on him, I think is the rumor, right?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Listen, you're supposed to speculate wildly. Just put the word allegedly in there and go.
Do you want my total speculation?
Yes.
Everything is a work. This is all staged.
This is all just
They
to
were
get
never
attention.
in love. Those children aren't even their children.
They're just people with scripts.
They're crisis actors.
Hi, what's my line? I don't remember my line.
I understand
God
my
damn it.
motivation.
Jason Sudeikis yells at him. I swear to God.
Your
We will-
motivation is
we will recast you.
$500 a day. They're just little people dressed up like children. No one sees it.
Smoking cigarette.
Jason Sudeikis' child looks like he's got cirrhosis.
Rough. It's getting rough these days.
Wow.
That's what happens to celebrity kids sometimes, man.
He
Everyone
was
nods their head.
on a date with a tall adult woman. He's supposed to be 4. That's the whole thing. The magic of Hollywood is they're always entertaining you. See, this is why I think celebrities are actually the best people on the planet.
Okay, show your work.
They're the most wonderful because they are dedicated to entertaining us 24/7.
They are the Coliseum while Rome burns.
It is a selfless act that they are doing by not only being in dazzling, entertaining films, such as the Marvel lineup. That's right, guys.
Okay, you've lost it.
That's right, guys. Pro Marvel now.
I want to see Benedict Cumberbatch doing more stuff like we did when he did Smaug.
Smaug. When he's crawling around in the suit.
Yeah, I just always want to see the behind the scenes thing so you can cut it and see both sides because it's way more entertaining to watch him crawl around like a loon. Somebody has to have done this where they've taken Smaug out of the movie and put him back in as a dude with all the balls on his face, just running around scaring Bilbo Baggins. Listen, I'm just saying technology is getting pretty crazy. We should stop believing the things that we don't see in person. We need to go back a little bit.
And that dovetails nicely with my theory that actors are the hardest working, most selfless people on the planet.
Oh.
Because they are constantly blurring the lines for us. Their personal lives are as entertaining to us. They are living the gimmick. When Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not playing a fabulous steamboat captain like he did in that Jungle Cruise movie. Jesus Christ, dude. They expect us to pay money to see that
You were
shit.
so close. I'd like to think that The Rock just like gets stored in a hyperbaric chamber.
I think he does. I think he gets packed in ice.
He just gets frozen in carbonite. And there's like, yes, we will bring him out when they need to make another hilarious movie with Kevin Hart.
I maintain that everything's a work. And I think Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis are in on this together with their little person kids.
I really fucking hope so.
It's a grift.
I mean, he was on SNL.
And he's Ted Lasso.
He was doing some weird stuff. It's still not a show I've seen.
You haven't seen Ted Lasso?
That's it's soccer, right? Is it soccer?
He's an American football coach who goes to coach football, a.k.a. soccer, as they call it, across the pond. Oh, thank you.
Nice. Very well done.
Was that good?
Ooh, God, I got chills.
That's a real...
Because didn't... guy who plays Deadpool, I can't think of his name.
Ryan Reynolds.
Isn't he doing like a similar thing, rip off on Hulu?
I haven't seen any material for it other than the poster, but yes, it's called like Coxman FC.
The Leagues, haha, or some stupid thing.
Yeah, it's got some weird like Farnham FC or something like that.
Yep.
Some title that like absolutely any American Slav that sees
I like
that
yours
is like,
better.
I don't understand.
I'm not doing that.
It sounds pretty British.
I don't get what they were trying to do there. Like, how many seasons of Ted Lasso have there been?
2.
Okay.
And there's going to be a third, and then that's it because they've had this planned out.
Ah, good for them.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Smart
that makes
move.
me more interested. I like it. It just turns into Breaking Bad. It's just him using the soccer team to transport drugs across Europe.
Literally just having guys kick balls out of the stadium full
Boom.
of drugs.
Just looks over at the ref, gives him a nod. Boom.
Lands in a dealer's hands, like out in the parking lot. You're good, Lasso. Somebody
Damn
call you the
good.
best.
I mean, I'd pay money to watch that. Somebody should make that show. Okay, if the one with Ryan Reynolds is anything like what we just described, I'll watch that.
No, I bet it's a lot of. Okay, here are my predictions for that show. Ryan Reynolds shows his butt. Definitely shows his butt. He loves showing his butt. That guy can't get enough of showing his butt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a baby smooth 45-year-old man's ass. I'm not complaining.
I got a theory there. He wants to get it on film as much as he possibly can for after he can't keep taking whatever steroids he's taking to keep that physique, and he falls apart like a bag of potatoes.
Think about how hard that butt's gonna sag once he
Yeah.
goes Brando.
And
You know?
when him and Blake hit that certain age, they're just going to both fall the fuck apart. We did something fucked up the other day.
Well, we didn't do something fucked up. We bore witness to something fucked up.
Well, it was weird in its own right. I mean, for me, I'd like never even really been to that place so much, you know?
We can talk about it. Thunder
Maybe-
Road.
Yeah, well, T Road.
Thunder Road.
We took a camera position, both of us, and went and filled in for some dudes and filmed Thunder Road racing, which is fun for me because I have family who races. And I got to watch my cousin win, which was pretty cool.
Rory's cousin is a racist.
Yep.
What? That's what they call sport car racers. Racists.
God, yeah. Have you ever? It's like pianists. You know?
Yeah.
That's not dirty. That's someone who plays piano.
Yeah, flautist is dirty.
Yeah. Fucking perverts.
That means ass to mouth in French.
Don't look it up. So yeah, we went and did some. I gotta like it was fine, but I didn't realize at the end that you and the other guy who were much farther away from the track than me, who was literally like there was a hole cut out in the fence that was surrounding the track that I was sticking the camera through, because if the fence had been there, there's no shot. So they like cut a big hole out, and I was sticking my face through it and filming around turn 2 into turn 3. And fuck me if that's not super, super fucking loud being right there, especially when they got like the really shitty cars that would come out and just...
What do you call them? The weed whackers?
Yeah, something like that. And that was pretty appropriate. Like I had to decide which ear to put my headset on because I had a one side noise canceling headset. And I come to find out afterwards that you guys had both ears the whole fucking time.
I essentially had protection from the noise of the track the entire time, yes.
Yeah, and I had to pick which ear to get harder tinnitus in. So that was pretty fun.
Pick up another gig. You can even it out. Do the other ear.
Yeah, I decided that my left ear was the one I wanted to leave open because there was that little stretch. And when I left my right ear exposed, they would shift down, which meant the higher revving would happen. And that just blew my fucking ear out. So it wasn't so bad.
You know.
Got some great shots. And the thing that was really fucked up was we watched a dude almost die in the last race of the night in the last turn. And it was just these two cars that were way the fuck out in front of everybody. And everyone's going, one of them is going to win this race.
Photo finish.
Yeah.
We all thought photo finish.
And this one guy's been behind him the whole race. And at certain points, you think he's going to like pit maneuver the guy where he's going to fucking hit out his back wheel and spin him out or something horrible because they're so fucking close this whole time. And on the last turn, right at the end, this dude like banks the other guy into the fucking wall. And he rides up on his side and all I see is fire. And then he rolls over onto the back. So he's upside down now. And inside the cabin, all I can see is fire. That's it. And it was one of those things where the guy at the point, whose name I don't remember, the producer, was like, you got to like take the shot away from that. And I know he was talking to you, but I didn't even register it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept filming it for a second. You just watch smoke just go, whoof, and you just can't see anything. And as I pull away from the shot, I catch the guy, and I didn't even realize it, getting out. And they've got these like fire jacket kind of things they wear just in case this happens. And he is just smoking as he gets out. But I tell you, nobody really realized that for a while until the other audience saw the guy and he was okay, and then everyone was fine with it. Man, that shit was terrifying. And it's one of those things where I thought before, I was like, somebody better fucking crash when I go to see this.
And then the finger on the monkey's paw curled.
Yeah. And I saw that shit, and I was like, holy man. Like, holy God, I might have just not only watched, but recorded a man's death. And that kind of fucks you up a little bit. That was really weird. Thank God he was okay.
Apparently, which is crazy. My sister said she heard something about him going to the hospital because his hand was actually kind of pretty burned.
Oh, yeah, he broke something.
Oh, he broke something?
Yeah, I think he broke his wrist or wrists.
Well, that would make sense.
It
did a big flip.
Yeah, he did break bones. I'm not sure which bones he broke. And it's one of those things where you think about it, because those things, like I grew up watching my family build those things, and like going through what that car went through, so many little things could have happened, or like metal could have bent in a certain way, or you know, the cage that he put up over the window didn't come down and he's just trapped inside, and that's it. It's just that amount of time. Like, that's just all it's going to take. And luckily, nothing like that happened. And they got out and they put the car out in enough time where it didn't explode.
But yeah, they probably had another good 60 seconds before that thing was going up. So that guy hauled ass to get out of there.
Yep. Well, and here's the thing. We saw a couple of crashes that were just like a bunch of spinny, and like some shit flew off the car, and like somebody wrecked the front of their car into the front of someone else's, or the back of, you know, like we saw those kind of wrecks, and everyone
some asshole left a flashlight on the hood of their car and drove off. Like,
yeah, we saw little things like that, and the whole audience is just, wow, yeah, this is great. And you're kind of in it with them, because you're like, yeah, that was pretty crazy to see this fucking close. I smelled the rubber and everything from every bad moment. But then you see the really bad shit happen, and you go, oh, wow. That's something else. So yeah, so we got that. Haven't been paid yet.
See, while you were doing that, you're like, oh man, my tinnitus, and I had the fence and it was loud and all that stuff. I had a full-blown panic attack over on my end.
Why is that?
I had a full-blown panic attack.
Yep.
Because, and it wasn't like, I was up in this high little seat and the stairs down were very narrow.
Oh yeah,
and it wasn't like a big space. But that isn't what gave me the panic attack. I'm sitting up there, and I look around, and I went, holy shit, I'm at Thunder Road. I never thought this would happen. I strategically avoided two places my entire life. Planet Rock, I outlived Planet Rock.
I outlived Planet Rock as well.
Long may he reign.
Well done.
But outlived Planet Rock.
That's a strip club, folks. That was in downtown Barrie.
Ran the clock out on that one. Never had to go in there.
Yep.
And I made a real concerted effort to never go to Thunder Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked around and I went, you've broken this promise to yourself. Look what's become of you.
The bond is broken. Now you're going every weekend. You show up. You're going to get your girlfriend in on it. Oh, you guys are going to love Thunder Road.
Hell yeah.
You're going to get like...
With our brood.
Yeah.
Our 6 children.
So 6 kids. Every single one. We're all ready for the races, kids? Woo! It's just crazy how close some of those people sit to that track, knowing how easy it would be for a piece of something to just whip through that fence and just zing them good.
Yep.
But you know what? You got to tailgate. A lot of tailgaters. Pretty great.
We didn't even get to see that. We got led into like, well, you've been there before.
I worry some of those people drove out of there that way, because I saw some people drinking. And by that, I mean most of the people I saw were drinking.
Well, otherwise, I don't get the appeal. If you're not drunk...
Well,
and there's no wreck, then it's boring as fuck to watch racing.
Well, that's the communal event, though. Is you hang out with, literally there's like 1,000 people there. Just an absurd amount of people come out to watch the races. And you got your spot. You come every week. You know the people around you. You might shift and move a little bit. You might try a different spot, but you know everybody. That's half of it. That's half of it right there, which I get, you know. Especially watching your buddy win. Because like when I watched my cousin win, I was like, oh, that's super awesome. Look at that. Look at him. And I turned around. I was like, oh, yeah, that's my cousin right there. And they were not happy because they were rooting for somebody else. Fuck them. So it was a strange night where you're like, again, it's one of those kind of weird things. It's small town communities getting together in large numbers for an event. like that you just never really experienced, never really took part in, and then there you are. Especially at this age, you're like, fuck, man, this is happening literally a couple miles from me all the time.
Yep. Not since January 6th have we seen our community come together.
Telling you, man, numbers, wow.
You know?
A lot of Trump flags. Wow, a lot of Trump flags.
I saw several individuals with Let's Go Brandon fashion wear, some MAGA wear on.
Yep, a little bit.
To be expected.
Yep, not shocking.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Approach them and have a nice, rational talk? Now, listen, friend, you seem like the rational sort who can have a good-spirited debate. You and I are both rational people with rational thoughts.
Listen, some might say it's punching down to make fun of these race people, these racists. But I don't think so. I think because I don't like it, it's a bad thing.
Great.
That's my official take.
Well, you certainly towed the line here. So well done.
You know. What am I if not always dancing on the head of a pin?
Yeah, no, it was great. It's a great point, though. You're like, we cannot tolerate the racists. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, people.
Someone? Anyone?
And then it goes back to this kind of crap.
The title was just too good.
Where we harass our audience by turning the volume up significantly louder than it's ever been.
Because no one will shut the fuck up about the volume.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking nuts.
Drove you mad. So, well, look, we did something about it. This is great.
Yeah.
We're being proactive. If you don't like this, go ahead and send us an email at skimbolounge@gmail.com. We never fucking check that.
No. But what we've done here is effectively feed a naughty dog. We gave a disobedient dog a treat. Oh, it's too loud. It's too loud. Or
Now they're going to make other
enough.
demands, you think? They're going to expect us to listen to other things?
They're next probably going to demand that we turn it down.
I mean,
we'll
maybe.
go, which one is it?
No, if we turn it down, we give it. This is it forever. This is where we are.
It only gets louder from here.
This is where we live. Now, you tell us to turn it down now more. It goes up.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep going up until it's just that. I'm not going to do it to you guys because I'm nice. But you'll see if you keep telling us to turn it down.
Yeah.
Just a bar of sound.
Cut the fucking horse pucky. You get what you get. You get what you get. In this life, you get what you get.
We're doing all that we can to give you entertainment on, let's be honest, whatever commute you're taking right now. And the least you can do is afford a better sound system. You poor fucks.
Pour your identity in your car. Get a nice sound system.
Can you imagine if that was the kind of thing where you passed away and your epitaph is just, man, what a nice car, though.
He had 6 subwoofers in his car.
Your fucking gravestone's a couple of speakers.
The talented artists around here that do all of the stones.
100 years. Like, what was this guy? I don't know. A bassist walks away.
Oh, fuck
That's
me.
beautiful. I'm going to get a really confusing gravestone. I don't know what, but it's going to be something like, what the fuck did this guy do?
Speaking of that, have you seen the fucking Twin Pyramids one that's up at Hope Cemetery?
Twin pyramids, huh?
Okay, it's people who aren't dead yet. It's a couple.
Oh, yeah?
And they had the most elaborate gravesite I've ever seen constructed.
Really? Well, now I'm curious.
It is 2 4-sided pyramids arranged in some configuration together so that when you look through the viewfinder, which they also had inscripted and installed near it, it's supposed to line up like Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. And each side of the pyramid has something written on it, and it's all hellfire and brimstone Christian biblical stuff.
Fuck yes!
It is
That
amazing.
is incredible.
That's fucking awesome.
I must find this now.
He who does not sign his name in the book of the Lamb shall bleed in eternity in the lake of fire. Like that kind of stuff.
That is the coolest. I got to meet these people. You said they're not dead
They're
yet?
not dead yet.
Oh my God, where can we talk?
They preemptively made their names are right on it. I don't remember them, but we can find these people
Oh
easily.
my God, let's get them on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Listen, I want to hear everything you have to say about the book of, I don't know. Let's go. Let's just start with Exodus.
Some would look at them and be like, that's strong faith. And I would be like, no, that's psychosis.
Yeah, I'd be like,
that's
crazy.
filet à deux. That's when 2 people go crazy at the same time.
Yeah, they think that this has some kind of really special meaning to them. Yeah, it's a special. No. This has a special meaning to these people. They think this is important. This means something.
It's configured in such a way that when they die, their spirits will be able to ascend from the portal.
Yeah. want to get a funny gravestone to confuse people.
Rory's just gonna get Garfield being like, "I hate Mondays."
He's just a comic would be pretty fantastic, actually. Now that you mention it, just like a really good one, like a Doonesbury. What the fuck did that mean? It's
Nice
like,
Andy Cap.
that's not even the best one I've ever seen. What? This guy put a Hagar the Horrible on here.
I don't understand. That's easily the worst comic ever.
It's not even one of the ones that features Hagar. But wow.
Fun fact, I may
That
have
sounds fun.
actually said this on the show, but fun fact, at one point, they wanted to make a tie-in Hagar the Horrible soft drink, except it was called Hagar the Horrible Cola, so no one would buy it.
I mean, it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm not going to lie. I would have definitely tried it.
100%.
As a kid before my stomach exploded, fuck yeah. I was into all kinds of, like, I loved Jolt. You ever have a Jolt?
Oh, have I ever had a Jolt?
They advertise it as twice the caffeine. As a kid, you were like, okay, let's see what that's like. All it meant was you were going to get up the hill a little faster and crash a little harder later. You want some mashed potatoes for dinner? You're just like,
I don't want them.
yeah. Oh, I was dead by then. I'm talking Jolt at like 11 in the morning.
See, when I crashed, I got like psychotically irritable.
Oh, I fell asleep.
Yeah, no.
I took those. I don't take good naps. Those people are like, oh, I can take a great, like, fall asleep for like an hour. You wake up feeling so good.
You're not supposed to.
I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I feel like shit.
See, the key is you need to do a siesta, not a nap.
Which
a
is what,
siesta
20
you
minutes?
Just rest. No, it's like an hour. You just take a little rest. You just take a break. You don't fall asleep.
Well, that's easier said than done, motherfucker.
Not if you're not fucking stupid.
Yeah, great.
Have a little discipline.
What does sleeping have to do with intelligence?
You tell me.
No, you're the one who said it.
The burden of proof is on the person that receives the information.
No, it's-
Mitch taught us that.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard, and I hate it.
Well,
I
if
hate
you-
all of it.
Can't believe something Mitch says. What can you believe?
Nothing. I can believe nothing.
Well,
That's
right
great.
Back to the start.
Who can you trust? Nobody.
There's the title for this episode. Who can you trust?
Great.
If you don't immediately think of someone, you're listening to the right podcast.
Well done. We're all sitting in the same corner.
Should we talk about the elephant in the room?
What's the elephant in the room?
I think we got to say R.I.P. to a real one, Queen
Oh,
Elizabeth II.
Jesus Christ, really?
She's gone. Oh, really?
Really?
Explain to me why that was your reaction to me invoking the memory of the Queen.
Look, everybody knows probably the Queen did some good stuff. The Queen did humanitarian stuff. It's like, it was like one of those like exchange things. Like, what amount of sin is wiped away by what amount of good? I kind of say none. I don't think any.
I don't think it
Al
works that
Capone
way.
gave away a lot of fucking money, but like he also did a lot of bad shit. Look at all the good that Pablo Escobar did for a little while before he started really bombing people and kill.
Well, I hate to break it to everybody, but that's every single one of us.
Yeah.
We are the sum total of all our acts. They don't cancel each other out.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just create a picture. It's not a point system. It's a portrait.
Yeah, which
This is who you were.
Yeah, it's probably hard to hear, but that's just like what it is.
It's
Like,
just the tapestry of the life you chose.
you can make people feel better, but that doesn't mean you didn't, hurt them. That's life.
Yeah, if you kneecap a guy and then
I hope I'm not
heal
the
him,
first person to tell these people this.
Probably. Nobody who listens to this, their parents don't love them enough to
Oh.
have the hard talks.
No, so you imagine, you just say, "Now, son, you took that baseball and you hit your sister, and you said you're sorry and you made things better and she feels better, but you still did it, son. You always have done that, and that's something you have to live with.
And now I have to hit you back.
And then we're gonna go play some basketball.
We play by King Solomon rules in this house. You guys fight over the hamster. I'm cutting it in half.
No,
You're just holding the wriggling bottom half of a hamster.
I did it before you. No, neither of you said no, so the hamster dies.
And you're just talking about it in therapy years later.
And then he cut the fucking hamster in half.
Sorry, I was on Twitter. What'd you say?
The future's great. So yeah, that's shitty. But so like I think of the Queen and I go, I don't know, man. I don't really give a fuck. She lived to be 96. That's impressive. That's all you get.
It's an extremely nuanced take. Thank you for that, Rory.
Great. Why? How do you feel about it?
We got a good spike for him there.
Yeah, great. That's some fantastic stuff.
Well,
how do
Rory,
I feel about the Queen? I'm not from the UK.
I didn't ask you how you felt about the Queen.
Yeah, you
I
did.
merely said she died, and you went, "Oh, fuck."
I said, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's okay not to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's the extremes that are problematic. Either you have it's very weird that Americans simp for the royal family, but then you have a lot of people that are like, I hope she died a painful death.
Yeah.
She died of the rickets.
I don't wish any ill will on anybody. I just sit there and go, yeah, you know what? She was 96. She got COVID recently. She's been looking bad for a really long time. Everybody knew she was going to die. They were calling her family into her deathbed. But does that change any of the royal family distancing itself from certain members of their family for various reasons over the, I don't know, entirety of her fucking life? No, it doesn't. It doesn't excuse any of that shit.
Sometimes distancing with extreme prejudice. See also Diana Spencer, Princess of Wales.
Yeah. Well, there's
do you think she killed Princess Di? Not with her bare hands, but
do you think that would hold? No, I
think she had it done?
I don't think so.
Do you believe Diana's death truly was an accident?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna give you a chance to reconsider that.
I think that there's a lot of, I think that'd be pretty damn coincidental for it to be anything other than that. But I don't know. Why would the person driving the car, how do you cover it up? What do you do?
You don't have to cover it up. They
So-
killed Jeffrey Epstein. They didn't even bother to cover that up.
True. They killed Epstein. They also killed some other guy in the same way. I can't remember who it was, but he was.
I think it'd be very funny if the Queen
Very much
thought about
involved.
it for a second with Meghan Markle. She's like, "Oh, I shouldn't, but I really want to."
And then she got COVID, so it didn't come through. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Didn't she really distance herself from Meghan Markle and all that?
And
the royal family really did, right?
yeah, and Meghan Markle and Prince Dum Dum, whatever his name is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. I also don't care about the monarchy,
Yeah.
but it's wild how passionate people go either way. She's either a fucking colonialist pig who needed to die, or she was like the queen mother we never had over here.
Sure.
We're patriotic enough to be glad that we freed ourselves from British tyranny, but we also wish
Exactly.
we had Queen Mommy.
Well, and that's the funny thing I think about. I go, yeah, we kind of really. I think Americans look at the political system we have right now and go, what the fuck? This fucking sucks. But I kind of look at that and go, yeah, but at least we don't have that. And don't get me wrong, the Queen and the monarchy really don't do a whole hell of a lot, but they sure as shit do own a lot of land and a lot of wealth.
They're the mascots. You trot them out for ribbon
Sure.
cuttings and annexations and
And I'm sure there was some there, you can argue clandestine and whatever, and their sway over world politics and blah blah blah. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad we don't. I'm glad we don't have that here. I mean, we kind of have our own cult of personality to deal with, so I don't really worry too much. Everyone's freaking out about this, but you don't hear when other family members of royal families die in other countries. Really, there's not this big fucking deal about it. Some other African nation loses an emperor or a king or a
you're right,
this.
Rory. That's everyone that is.
We don't hear
invested
shit
in
about
the Queen
that.
is racist.
Real pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Great.
If you're
you
sad she died,
motherfuckers.
you're a racist.
Great. Wait, thank you for twisting that.
I'm sure that's been a Twitter take before you or me.
Well, I kind of think it's funny where I go, again, I think the real accomplishment is having lived as long as she did. That's pretty crazy. But that also comes with, probably a very strict life 24/7 her entire life.
Yeah, strict. She's not sitting there eating fucking peanut M&Ms at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
I
like
don't-
me.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like me.
You'll never rule anything.
Specifically.
You know what's kind of fucked up is her husband,
Yeah.
Prince Philip.
Mm-hmm.
He, in an
Already
interview
looking
once,
to date.
What's
I
that?
said he's already on the prowl for a new lady. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, he's dead, my friend.
I know, yeah. Okay.
He's gone.
Oh, okay.
He died at 99.
Wow.
But when he was in his 50s, he gave an interview. He's like, I really hope to God I don't live a long time. It would be miserable. Someone was like, do you hope to live to be 100? He's like, it would be miserable to even get close to 100. He's 99.
He lived in 90.
Poor fucker.
That's
He
ironic.
always had an exit clause. We all do. I don't have to say what it is. But he didn't exercise it. I think that's pretty fucked up.
He went for the. I mean, at that point, maybe you got to try and get to 100. I think that was the bitter irony for him. Well, I'm this close. Might as well try. Dead at 99. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, damn.
Yep. Poor guy. Who's the king now?
King Charles III.
How exciting.
Yes. Long may he reign.
And then the next in line is how old?
William is the next in line, and he is...
Isn't there like a little kid?
We get to see him as a little
A
kid.
little kid.
William's got to be in his 40s.
Oh. I thought like the next direct descendant after the current king was like a little kid. I could be wrong.
No.
Oh.
No, it's William.
Oh, okay.
It will go from Charles to William to William's first son, whose name is Steve.
Babbage. Babar.
Babar. His son's name is Bagul.
It's a nice little metaphor for colonialism. Terrible.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. The Queen.
Yeah.
I could care less.
Okay.
The world keeps on spinning. Everyone's like, well, it must have been hard to have been the queen her whole life. And I said, go, fuck you. I would have traded. Like, don't make me feel bad for the queen because the queen died. She was fucking really, really old and probably lived a really incredible life. You're telling me I'm like, what? Like, what is there? Celebrate the life. Shut up. Get out of my face.
Just listen, you guys. You're gloating now, but what's going to happen if your precious Joe Biden suffers a similar fate?
What, if Biden dies?
Can you imagine what the MAGA output is going to be?
They'll have a fucking fit.
if Brandon...
We fucking told you, man. It'll be a lot of I told you so's.
He's old and senile.
Yeah. It'll be, oh my God. It'll be a ticker tape parade.
But
though.
they better hope that that doesn't happen because who do they hate more than Joe Biden? Kamala Harris.
True.
So
Being the president.
you're in a weird position. You can't root against Brandon, but you don't want to root for him.
Yeah. Oh, I hate this country so much.
I
hate this country so much.
It's so wonderful
I'm
living
so
here.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for it to just fall apart. Because the second it does, everyone in this country is like, oh, we're all going to fight. It's going to happen. Can't wait to see those liberal pussy. And then we're going to get invaded. Like, pretty fucking quick. And we're going to turn on each other, and then we're going to get fucking invaded. If that's what happened. If civil war happens here, do you think that the countries that fucking hate us wouldn't be like, we're going to get some boats? No. Those countries that hate us, they could never possibly get boats together to come over to try and attack us. So it's just like I don't know, man.
The only thing that's saving this country is Americans don't know what they want. Nobody has a specific outcome in mind. They don't know what they want.
Sure.
Which is fighting, because it's something to fight. In several years' time, you will watch people much like a disgusting amoeba. They will break away from their current alignment and join each other in a new one. You'll have MAGA people and democratic socialists who are agreeing on like 80% of things, and they won't be called either anymore.
I mean, that would be interesting if this was finally the death of the two-party system in the country. That could be what happens. The
People just love to fight.
Well, the next election could really bring it about because, look, Donald Trump runs, right? We get Donald Trump, and he doesn't get the GOP nomination for whatever reason because they just don't fucking like him. And the MAGA gets really pissed, and he runs third party.
Dark MAGA, unleash Dark MAGA.
And that's what's going to happen. And that could be the first where they go, well, we're going to establish the MAGA party. Hell, it might even happen before the fucking election where Trump is just like, he sees the writing on the wall and it's like, well, I'm going to fuck you guys. I'm going to fuck you completely. You thought you were going to win. You thought you had the numbers. And he pulls the whole ultra MAGA crew off to third party land and takes this big fucking chunk out of the Republican Party. And the Democrats go, okay, we don't really have a great candidate, but I don't know, fucking let's put Buttigieg up or what. Doesn't fucking matter. And the Democrats come out and vote en masse and take it from the Republicans again.
Let's be totally clear, too. You say Buttigieg, they're going to run Joe Biden again.
Oh, let's not do that.
Oh, the Democrats love to step on rakes, Rory.
Let's not do that.
If we know one thing about
Yeah.
those sweet, sweet Democrats, they love stepping on rakes.
What if they're like, well, we're going to change it up, and Kamala Harris runs for president with Joe Biden as VP.
Doesn't that sound like a wacky sitcom? We'll call it Laden State.
I just think anything's possible at this point. I expect Marjorie Taylor Greene to run with Matt Gaetz as VP and all kinds of dumb
First of all, she'd have to get the nom to name a VP.
Then they're also going to, you say that. You say that. But I don't know, having listened to her and like Lauren Boebert, I think that they're just going to say things and all of us are going to sit and shake our heads and be really confused.
I don't think either of them are going to run. I don't think AOC runs on the left.
It's a fantastic litmus test is all it's become is American politics is when people go, I don't know, I like what so-and-so has to say. You just go, oh my God, no. Oh my God, no.
Pretty much. It's amazing what a litmus test it is because I was talking to, so my dad is a Republican, obviously.
Sure.
And I asked him, I was like, okay, you get your dream ticket coming up in 2024. What is it?
Okay.
Who's your dream ticket on the Republican side? And he said Nikki Haley with Dan Crenshaw as her vice.
Interesting.
That's a very interesting combination I did not expect. Because you ask most Republicans, like, I hope DeSantis runs.
Yeah.
But we need him more in Florida. He's doing good work down there.
That's where we're all going to retire to.
He's turned Publix into his own mini army.
I'm waiting for Florida to sink. It's going to happen. They've been
Sink
pumping
Florida
out fucking
sink.
Miami.
But he said Nikki Haley and Dan Crenshaw, and he laid it all out for me, and it made total sense. I'm like, well, this is a well thought out position. You have to respect that. And then I remember passing on to another Republican that was his pick, and this person was like, what the fucking, how would he calls himself a conservative and he picks two rhinos for his Republican ticket?
Rhino is probably the worst, like most obnoxious thing that I've heard a conservative talk about.
Because it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. It means not my type of conservative, not extreme enough.
Doesn't go far enough.
It means not, basically Rhino means a conservative, but not an extremist. Like the kind of person you would have considered a conservative, probably like a la 1997. Like,
dude, our governor is technically a rhino by that definition. He's a Republican who really has ruled like more of a Democrat.
Sure.
Ruled. Like it's a fiefdom.
Ruled over the lands.
He's ruled us.
I want us to get back to that. Wouldn't it be really fun if we went back to like not a theocratic feudalistic society, but feudalistic in nature? Like we didn't have like the great sun in the sky that watches over all and like the rules of Aku or like some stupid fucking thing. But we had a feudalistic society. That seems like it'd be fun for a little while. I could surf it out. Don't have to worry about difficult things like reading. You know,
you're just planting turnips on the State House lawn.
What's that? Movable print? Away with ye!
You're a witch.
Yeah. Oh, witch! A lot of like local, like I feel like stuff happens in the courtyard a lot. That sounds nice.
Ah, yes. Some nice courtesans running around.
Everyone smells just like shit. It smells awful all the time. We've forgotten about plumbing.
But we're all pretty used to it because everybody smells like shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Except for the governor and his 7 daughters.
It's like the next time you're watching old Disney and you see like Friar Tuck or like any of those happy old characters. Remember that he's the one that's most riddled with parasites, Friar Tuck.
Think about how bad Friar Tuck's balls smell.
Yeah, Friar Tuck is the most diseased person of all of them because you see the friars, they'd go around and do menial work because it was a life of toil, a life of simplicity, a life of poverty. And so when they would come around to these various towns and go, what work do you have? Normally they'd be like, well, you can clean the shitters because nobody wanted to do that. So they got the lowest tasks. And that meant handling a lot of poop. So a lot of those religious orders actually ended up being the most riddled with parasites. So isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun bit of history, you guys? I wanted to share that with all of you. You're welcome.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just to have faith.
Just to have that. Yeah. So, I mean, enjoy your religion.
Pinworms in your ass.
Yeah.
Lifetime of salvation.
But hey, that guy's in heaven now, right? He's up there doing he's arm wrestling with, I don't know, the guy who founded the NRA.
Macho Man Randy Savage is
Macho
there.
Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah, I got next. You got parasites in your ass, brother.
A lot of the early WWE's there.
Correct. A lot of them.
They're still
an alarming number.
They're
of them
still
are
calling it WWF up there. Let me tell you guys. No World Wildlife Fund is fucking up anything up in heaven. Yeah. Not on Jesus's watch.
Mm-mm.
Have we been blasphemous enough? You can do blow in heaven.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's cool.
What do you think clouds are?
Yeah, come on, grow up. Anything you want means anything you want. People are banging left and right. It's heaven.
It's true. I was good my whole life. I didn't fuck nobody, and now I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
I kind of wouldn't mind figuring out what that. I think I might like to try me that coitus.
Yep.
What are they going to do? You lived a holy and wholesome life. They're going to say, no, you can't experience it's free fun on earth, and you missed out on it, and we're not going to let you do it in heaven.
Yeah. I mean, it's heaven.
I'd rather go to hell.
Grow up.
Quite frankly.
And I mean, again, if you can do anything you want in heaven, then obviously, I mean, there's people up there, they're banging horses.
Get after it. Catherine the Great wasn't ashamed to do it.
It's heaven. Want to climb a mountain? Boom, mountain's there. Want to fuck that mountain? Boom, fuckable mountain. I can't wait for heaven because I've obviously been a great person, and this is clearly me believing in this.
Yeah, heaven is a fuckable mountain. That's a good catchphrase.
Ooh, I like that. You got to put that on a T-shirt.
I think so. We got a running between this and Out on That Line. I have like a running list of
It's just
gimmick shirts.
an explorer pointing up. Look at the ass on that mountain.
Just a huge puckered asshole in the middle of the mountain.
I just see like just an anthropomorphized mountain looking over its shoulder.
Just with spread ass butt cheeks.
We'll never.
Looking over its shoulder.
We'll put that on a coffee mug where you know your coffee's nice and hot when the butt shows up.
When it blooms.
Doesn't you guys would love that, wouldn't you?
Oh, they'd buy it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, of course.
I have a sense of humor because I buy funny shit that other people worked hard to create. I listen. I'm the average Skimbo Lounge listener.
Wow, you make them sound so smart, well adjusted. Oh, that's fun.
This has been a good audience abuse episode.
Yeah, well,
Really getting into it.
really, really feeling that triumph of humanity kind of thing going on this week. Been really positive. A lot
Yeah.
of good stuff in the news. They're throwing Trump in prison, obviously, so that's happened. So everything's great with the world. Everything makes sense. All the things that should happen do happen. The police don't beat anybody anymore. They've started local squares. They've got chocolate fountains going. Those are pretty nice.
You ever experienced a chocolate fountain?
Yeah.
Was it all it's cracked up to be?
No.
That's
It
disappointing.
was kind of mad. It's like you ever seen like people do like chocolate sculptures or anything like that?
Oh, sure.
You ever seen one of those up close? That chocolate is disgusting. It's disgusting chocolate most of the time because it needs to be able to like mold and shape, and they need to be able to do stuff with it. So they use like a very specific type of chocolate, and it's just not that good.
Oh, are you talking about fondant? Where they make like you sculpt a bunny and shit?
Like when they make those really complicated sculptures out of edible chocolate.
Like
It's
on
edible.
the Cake Boss and stuff like that?
It's just not that tasty.
Yeah, well, most of that shit you have to like hot glue gun 2 donuts together to make Doja
Sure.
Cat's ass or something like on some Food Network special.
Just kind of bums me out because I like broke that. That's when my childhood died, when I saw the chocolate piano, and the chocolate piano was not tasty.
Oh, that sucked. You got a piece of a chocolate piano?
You get a little corner, just take a little.
Oh, and it sucked. Oh,
bad
it was
chocolate.
definitely fondant.
I
That
guess.
shit's disgusting. My sister used that all the time.
So
She used to be a ball and baker. I don't know why she
but
stopped.
that's why I'm a cynic. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't think she's ever made me any food.
She made a sweet cake that looked like a penguin.
That's kind of cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
And she just gave it up.
does that a lot.
My sister.
Your sister, she just gave up her boat. She doesn't want that.
Gave up beating
Calling her
people
out.
up.
Yeah, this is. I mean, because she listens. She's an avid listener.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, she gave up her boat. That's
Direct quote
unfortunate.
from her. I started listening to an episode and you guys were talking about eating a bird with a towel over your head.
Ah, yes, ortolans.
You said a French word. I didn't understand it, and I bounced. I don't know why she's Roger from American Dad.
I was gonna say there was a little bit of Adam Pally in there.
There's a little bit of Adam Pally.
Bounced. There's a little.
He bounced.
He bounced out. Yeah. Come on.
I love that happy ending show.
Adam Pally is great.
He's great.
I wish he would do more work. I wish they would let him do more shitty award shows. Because if there's anything I could ever recommend, what is it called? The Webbies or something?
Yeah, he hosted the Webbies.
He hosted the Webbies. They like cut him off at a certain point. But if you can find clips of the Webbies and see Adam Pally do that, it is some of the funniest, because it's all just him going right off script and just falling the fuck apart. Just, I made choices in my life kind of things as he announces the next Webby. It's hilarious. It's the funniest fucking thing.
That one is great. He's escorted off stage. That's great. Look up his appearance on Conan as Fat Batman.
Oh yeah, he would show up in fatter costumes, right? Because didn't he go on a couple of times?
He went on a bunch of times and he did like a different weird costume every time.
Ah, I see.
Like at one point he combined Abraham Lincoln and the Mask.
Just because.
And he had the huge fake teeth in the entire interview. He was like, "Hey Conan, see, it was an interesting story." But at one point he was Fat Batman. That one's the best. And then I would also recommend they look up the time that he and John Ralphio hosted the Late Late Show. There was like a blizzard and they couldn't get what's his fuck in there, and they just gave the show to those two.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Never seen that. Never heard about that.
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's delightful.
Oh, that's super fun. And we're giving that to the audience. Like, see, we're not being all super mean. No, you're not going to look up any of this crap if you're still listening. You fucking assholes.
I kind of like to think the Skimbo Lounge is as good as or better than the time that Adam Pally, Pally, for when you look it up, and John Ralphio, when they host the Tonight Show. I kind of feel like that's what we're doing right now.
That's beautiful.
Strong male friendships.
Oh, doesn't that make you guys feel better?
Put it on your bingo card.
Yeah. I feel like there was something they wanted us to talk about, too. Somebody wanted us to talk about something. But I just can't. I just don't care. I don't remember what it was. It was something with words.
Oh, it is. Friend of the pod, Emily, would like for you to learn Klingon on Duolingo.
I don't want to learn Klingon on Duolingo because I know Duolingo costs money. It doesn't cost, like, there's something you can do to make it like free, but there's like a time thing involved. And me and languages, we're not friends. Like, I took years of Italian. I took years of Spanish.
You some kind of racist?
I know my colors. No, I'm just really bad with languages. Same thing with like coding. It's like learning that kind of like different way of, I can't do it. Maybe there's a better way of teaching me because it certainly wasn't public school.
Me llamo ass.
Yeah, it's Duolingo. And I go, fuck you, it's not Duolingo.
I don't know. I feel like
maybe.
if the listeners are going to pay for it,
Yeah, if you guys pay
we'll
for
learn whatever fucking language you want us to learn.
Yeah. But until then, no, fuck you. Like, yeah, use some of that sweet, sweet sponsorship money. I go, no. That's a different thing. Okay. Yeah. Don't you touch my Coke habit money. That's $2 a month we're getting. And that stuff ain't cheap.
In 10 years, we'll be able to buy an 8-ball.
Yeah. I've been mixing it into my toothpaste. Just a real little bit every morning.
Just enough to start the day.
Look at that. Now I'm not going to kill myself.
And I'm not constipated.
Yeah. Just gets everything through you. That and a cup of coffee, and you're good to go.
Just like heroin binds you up, cocaine gets the train out of the station. That's a tip for you.
There you go, guys. Just for when you go through those couple of bad years.
Yeah. Or really good, depending on how you do it.
A little bit of each, maybe. Kind of ebbs and flows.
Peaks and pits.
Yeah. Then you find yourself in that I don't know how I got here phase, and you got to pull yourself out. You know. But don't worry. We'll be here through the whole time. Yeah. We love you.
You'll dip at some point. You'll be like, my life's going good now. I don't have time to listen to Skimbo Lounge. It's depressing and stupid. And you'll leave. But mark my words, something terrible is going to happen to you.
Awful.
And you will come crawling back. And every week we'll be like, I got a feeling someone just came back into the fold. Some dumb idiot. Oh, it's you. We were talking to you. Welcome back. Dum-dum. It's warm and safe in here.
You know what I really like is that is like our our format is an abusive relationship where we say really, really mean things to the audience and then give, but we also love you.
Baby.
Why don't you come back here?
Baby,
it's okay.
Stay.
It's awful. It's depressing.
They're dumb enough to fall for it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, they've formed an uncomfortable parasocial relationship with us. They don't know us.
That's true.
Most of these people, they think they do.
They think they do, but then I go home with my knife and I cut the side of my face and I go, this is how you feel.
Baby, pretty now, mama.
Yeah.
I go home and I draw on all the parts of my body I don't like.
Yep.
And I go, you fat piggy.
I think you're listening to like Duran Duran or
Hungry Like the Wolf. Well, I really think about it. I'm like, is tonight the night?
Yeah, and then you just start scribbling all over your chest. You hear a knock at the door. Don't come in here.
I'm doing my research. I told you never to come in here during academic time.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's really good. I don't know. How are we doing on time?
I don't know. I feel like we can wrap this one up.
Oh, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah.
I don't think we need to go especially long all the time.
No, sometimes we get tired. I've been kind of tired lately.
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired, I'm bipolar, and I'm annoyed with these people. It's a deadly combo.
Yep.
Guys really are the worst, I got to tell you.
There's still those unflavored sunflower seeds over there. Just plain. I'm going to have a couple of those. You know.
A family story, Aurora Natural. Aurora is passionate about our people, community, and quality of our product line. Enjoy. Love, Stephanie from Aurora Natural. That could not have been more of a vague mission statement that's supposed to sell me sunflower nuts.
I like that, though. If I saw more like ads like that on food, I'd probably buy them more. Like if it was like, these are Wise chips. They were made in a factory with love, I guess. I'd be like, bought.
If that's what you need to buy this, then it was made with love.
Yeah, again, Lay's chips. I love you. If they just put I love you across the fucking bag, I'd laugh so fucking hard.
Lay's chips, I love you is an amazing branding strategy.
Yeah, I'd laugh so. I don't get why people don't just lean into it. The world has gone fucking crazy. Just start doing weird shit again. Like, don't lean into that 2000s weird kind of bullshit, awesome, extreme crap. Just do weird commercials, and I'll pay attention again, maybe.
And just like, don't be afraid. Like, the thing is, all marketing is boring bullshit because it's trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator. Get the greatest number of people invested in this product. But every now and then, you just gotta pick a lane. You gotta point the gun and shoot, even just to feel it go off. That's from Take Me Home Tonight.
It's beautiful.
You're welcome.
Words to live by.
Slip that in.
Yep. Another movie you guys should watch.
Yeah, another movie you guys should watch. But I feel like you got to take a wild swing. Some product out there has to be like, we're going to go hard for one demographic. Lay's, I love you.
I think so.
And suicidal people just start buying the fucking chips. And you know how many Lay's, I hate chips. You know how many Lay's chips I would buy if they said I love you on the bag?
Yeah. Again, I'd just be like, well, we don't play well in the Midwest. Okay, God wants you to buy this right across the front.
That's its own kind of love.
Planters Peanuts. God wants you to buy this.
You'll burn.
Yeah. You're going to burn is fantastic.
Planters Peanuts. Fuck almonds.
Even though they sell almonds.
Suck my dick, Blue Diamond.
Yeah. Baby Bell blue cheese. Eat my dick. Actually, honestly, I'd fucking die laughing.
Honestly, yeah.
Look, let's just skip the pretense. We all know by the time you're 6, you've heard the word shit more times than you can count. It's a horrible world. Why are you having children anyways? Let's just go ahead and lean into the skid.
Well, the
we
thing
also know
is,
your kids can't read. So what are you worried about?
if your kids turn out anything like you guys, then we have nothing to worry about. It's just going to wash over them.
Yeah, so buy the cheese that swears at you. Like, what are you doing? What's your problem?
Kraft Parmesan. Fuck you.
Yeah, I just, like, here's the supermarket, and next door is the adult supermarket, where all of the products kind of yell at you.
Now I like the idea of an adult supermarket. I got a very different image when you said that. But I like this adult supermarket.
It's really pretty much the same as the regular supermarket. You just, when you read the labels and stuff, they're funny and make you less depressed.
There you go.
You know,
they have bags of chips that double as a body pillow with Olivia Munn on it.
Yeah,
you know,
just sad adult stuff.
That's the thing is, I would shit myself greasy. I'd get fat off chips again.
Wow, holy fuck, a lava lamp. Okay, I'll buy that.
Neat.
That's interesting.
Oh, if you drink it, it's poisonous. Cool.
I'm buying 3.
I call this my $75 insurance policy.
Yeah, thanks, adult shopping. Whatever. All right. That's awful.
That sounds like a Garden Mall's Megaplex store.
It's basically just a supermarket that's Spencer's Gifts. I didn't realize how many different flavors of edible panties they have. This is weird.
It's a cake that looks like a gaping asshole.
Yeah.
You have to eat it with no fork.
Oh, man. Just a bunch of crap I never thought I would ever want to buy.
People in their shoppers are leading around their lover on a leash.
I got some boar's head ham and this fake license plate that says douchebag.
Again, we come up with so many branding and marketing things on the show that we just don't follow through on. And we're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, the first person who thought of putting Raider Nation on a fake thing, that guy's swimming in money. That guy has no fucking problems in his life. Just cuts to a dude hanging from rafters somewhere.
Forever young.
So yeah, that's beautiful. But yeah, we have a lot of missed opportunities.
Well, and you'll notice that we don't have a problem talking about our ideas on this show because we know you guys are too Stockholm syndromed to ever try to steal from us. You wouldn't do it. You guys are like Reek in Game of Thrones.
Well, and if they did take it, they know we have nothing better to do than to find them and show up.
Yes.
Demand our part of the money.
You got anything you want to plug?
No, not really. I don't think so.
So until next time, thank you, go fuck yourselves, and goodbye.